Hi Virgo, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the whole month of March, I'm offering a special focused on the theme of the unconscious awareness. So basically, it's a reading that intends to bring forward messages of that unconscious degree of knowledge of what lies beneath our conscious awareness. And so if you would like to know more about that special, just email me, or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Virgo, this mid-month, there's a real strong intellectual, mental energy here about you and about the experiences that some of you may undergo. There's a need to really access the power of your mind and of your judgment. I feel like some of you may be tested and confronted with situations where there's this moral debate about doing something wrong or doing something right, those concepts of wrong and right, and what needs to be done versus what you would like to do. You know, there's a sharp contrast here about morality and about your own judgment. So you're being tested about making choices that are fair, that are right to you, but also to others, because the tendency here to have some type of circumstance or energy that may erupt or may blow out of proportion and you know, test your ability to stay cool-minded, right? To have your mind in the right place, so you know that that is a test and you're not going to lash out on it, or you're not going to do something that it's not about who you are. It's extremely strong. I feel like some of you may end up involved in situations where you see the truth about a certain aspect in your life. You see the truth either of someone you're dealing with, or as of you end up gathering information and receiving the knowledge, right, that puts in display things in your life that are out of your integrity, that are out of what you want to be in it. So you're left in a position where maybe you will have to, you know, I feel like some Virgos will need to have hard conversations, conversations that may be about, you know, the truth and about strong differences, right? Differences that may even be, it's like there's relationships with this Five of Swords as your opportunity. There are relationships that are irreparable, right? There are things that you may end up realizing that are happening during this mid-month, but of course this is a thread of continuation of the last months. There are things in your life and relationships that are not in alignment, right, with justice, with your integrity, with who you are, with how you see the world to be in terms of what's fair and what's the code, your code of honor, in terms of how you treat yourself and others. So how you treat others and how you want to be treated. So there's hard decisions for Virgos during this mid-month, and I feel like this advice of justice is to put your mind as a priority here. So your judgment, to put things in balance, in perspective, and really disconnect from any type of you know, emotional projection of what you would hope or long things to be, and actually come to your senses and analyze the situation fairly. Now, this doesn't mean that you should, of course, not take in consideration your feelings and the truth of what your soul kind of longs for and kind of desires during this time. But what I'm saying is that your soul, right, your heart, you may end up realizing that there's something about your emotional self that ties in with this need to judge a situation clearly, right? To take any type of blindfold, any type of illusion, any type of projection you have been creating, and actually seeing someone or something for what it is. And what I'm feeling is like you emotionally need this to balance emotion and reason, to balance your mind and your heart. And so then you can make the appropriate decision. This is what justice is about, is to know what is fair, know what is just for you, right? For your feelings, but also for your judgment, your mind, and for others. And being the challenge, the King of Swords, this could be about an air sign or a person in your life that has strong air traits. It could be that you are in a strong disagreement with this air sign, or you and this air sign have a lot of things to say to each other that may not be the most pleasant things. Or it could be that you're seeing this King of Swords, or you're seeing an aspect of this King of Swords that is making you quite uncomfortable, or something that you didn't see before, and so you're left with a decision to make. It could be a Libra, for sure. King of Swords and Justice here. It could be a strong Libra energy, but also aside of the fact that this might be a person or not. For me, the challenge being the King of Swords is for you to take control. To take control of matters that are bubbling here in the surface. It's like, I feel like some of you have been trying to avoid, and this is something that usually from time to time shows up in Virgo readings. I feel like some of you have been avoiding conflict, or avoiding saying things that you have like here. So you have been, I feel like some of you have been swallowing, your pride. You have been trying to let go of the need of the ego to kind of lash out as well on people that are not treating you fairly, that are not being at all fair to you. And so, but I feel like you have been containing it, right? The need to react, containing it, containing. And there's like this needle popping the balloon, and things are kind of blowing out because your patience, I feel like some Virgos have their patience running out. And this is exactly why your advice is justice, is to know, yes, when to react and when to put a stop on things that are detrimental to your well-being, but also to know when silence, or when the silence is the best weapon, right? When to not say, to not react, to remain cool and collected is the best approach. And you're being kind of dealing with two things. This King of Swords, in your challenge, could also be that you're having a hard time seeing things, clearly. So it's like you may be swinging between rights and wrongs quite a lot. Be careful not to, fall into the temptation to play dirty. I feel like there's something here about dirty games, vengeful type of energy. It's interesting because I just did the Leo reading and they also had this energy. They also had the Five of Swords. But yours is much more... Yours is different. Yours seems to be much more of a calculated thing. And this could even be about something legal, that some of you are going through, a legal battle, something about the court, something about paper, something about contracts, because these two energies together can talk about that. The King of Swords and the Justice, there could be issues with the court system, and you needing to fight for your rights. This is also another message, is to fight for your rights, to fight for what you feel is, abusive. I feel like some of you are needing to stand up against abuse, against abuse of the system, abuse in relationships, abuse in your work environment, right? Or terms of your contract that are not being agreed, rights that are not being respected. So it's a very kind of icy energy that you have here in your mid-month. I feel like some of you though are being assisted by powerful higher forces here to be strong, because I feel like some of you will need to be strong to deal with whatever this experience is that demands from you a very righteous, control, collected energy. I feel like there's a higher force though assisting you, and I also feel like for some of you this could be about settling karmic debts. I feel like some of you that either have been on the side of the abuse, right, being the abuser, or being the victim of something here, things are going to get balanced. So whatever is fair to you, you will receive it. It's kind of the energy here is also about that theme of what comes around goes around. So what goes around comes around. I think it's like that. So there's a karmic issue here for some of you as well. This is for some of you, it's not for all. Some of you are dealing with receiving finally from the universe the appropriate responses and, you know, deeds or gifts from your actions. This is why it's so important for you to really pay attention to any type of, you know, behavior on your side during this mid-month. It's quite important because it may be something that you won't be able to get away with it. You and whatever this other energy is, whatever the institution or the person you're dealing with is, it's like the result or the fair positive result will depend on the integrity of those involved. So make sure you are doing things and saying things where you avoid any lower vibration of vengeance and manipulation, mind games, those type of things, because the tendency for those to happen both ways are strong. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.